Imagine a single doorway that controls 20% of the world's energy. A narrow strip of water, just 21 miles wide at its throat, where the world's greatest superpower and its most defiant regional adversaries stare each other down across a line in the sand, or rather, a line in the sea. This is the Strait of Hormuz. It isn't just a waterway, it's a global jugular vein. If it's squeezed, the global economy doesn't just slow down, it suffers a heart attack. Today, we're looking at the ultimate geopolitical chessboard. We'll explore why this tiny stretch of water is the most dangerous choke point on Earth, how Iran uses it as a nuclear option for trade, and why the United States is willing to risk a world war to keep it open. To understand the tension, you first have to understand the math. At its narrowest, the strait is 21 miles wide, but shipping isn't a free-for-all because of shallow waters and islands. Tankers must stay within 2-mile wide lanes, one for coming in, one for going out. Between those lanes, a 2-mile buffer zone. This means a massive supertanker, carrying 2 million barrels of oil, is essentially driving down a narrow alleyway with very little room to maneuver. Why does this matter to you? Because 21 million barrels of oil pass through here every single day. That's more than the entire daily consumption of the United States. It's the lifeblood of the global economy. If these lanes are blocked, there is no plan B. Most pipelines in the region can only handle a fraction of this volume. For liquefied natural gas (LNG) coming out of Qatar, there is literally no other way out. For Iran, the strait is their greatest strategic asset. They know they cannot win a conventional head-to-head naval battle against the US Navy, so they don't try to. Instead, they've mastered asymmetric warfare. Think of it like a swarm of bees versus a grizzly bear. Iran employs a Mosquito fleet, hundreds of small, fast attack boats armed with missiles and mines, and a confined space like the strait. These small targets are incredibly hard for a massive destroyer's radar to track and neutralize all at once. Then there are the mines, stealthy, cheap, and devastating. During the tanker war of the 1980s, a single Iranian mine nearly sank the USS Samuel B. Roberts. Today, Iran's mining capabilities are exponentially more sophisticated. For Tehran, the message to the West is clear: if you stifle our economy with sanctions, we will stop the world's economy by closing the gate. It's a game of brinkmanship where the stakes are measured in trillions of dollars. Across the water stands the United States. But why is Washington so obsessed with a waterway 7,000 miles from its shores? Especially since the US is now a net exporter of oil. It's about two things: the global market and the alliance system. 1. Price contagion. Oil is a global commodity. If the strait closes, the price of oil doesn't just go up in Dubai, it goes up in Dallas, London, and Tokyo. A $150 per barrel price tag would trigger a global recession, regardless of where the oil was pumped. 2. Asian security. America's key allies Japan, South Korea, and India rely on the strait for up to 90% of their energy. By guaranteeing freedom of navigation, the US maintains its role as the indispensable security partner in Asia. We saw this tension peak in early 2026. After a series of maritime incidents, Brent crude spiked past $120. The US responded with Operation Sentinel, escorting tankers through the strait. It was a How Act 1 miscalculation by a 22-year-old sailor on either side could have ignited a full-scale war. We are entering a new phase of this conflict: bifurcated shipping. In recent escalations, Iran has hinted at a managed passage strategy. This means ships from friendly nations like China or Russia might get a green light, while Western-aligned vessels face harassment or technical inspections. This weaponizes energy. It forces countries to choose: do you align with the US for security, or with Iran and its partners for guaranteed energy flow? Meanwhile, China, the world's largest oil importer, is playing a quiet game. They don't want a war that destroys the economy, but they also benefit from the US being bogged down in a Middle Eastern quagmire. So, will the strait ever actually be closed? Probably not for long. Doing so would be a suicide move for Iran, as it would likely trigger a conventional military response that would dismantle their navy and infrastructure. But Iran doesn't need to close it. They just need everyone to know that they could. The Strait of Hormuz remains the ultimate geopolitical chessboard, a place where geography, energy, and military ego collide. As long as the world runs on oil, this 21-mile stretch of water will remain the most important and dangerous real estate on the planet. What do you think? Is the US right to act as the global policeman of the seas? Or should regional powers handle their own security? Let us know in the comments below. Like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to Dhaka Diplomat channel. Thanks for watching.